I'm your host, Logan23, joining me for Veil of Secrets, Chapter 6. Down by the water! A tennis sterling I was cheating on with Scarlett Emerson, Kate's maid of honor. Yeah, he was. That's quite the bombshell. It was just the beginning. So you spoke to Scarlett. Was this authorized? I never knew private conversations between friends need authorization. Alright, play it that way if you like. What did you say as a friend? Do next. I had a name from Scarlett. Tony Raz, the dock worker who threatened Tanner earlier. I assumed you contacted Raz. Yeah. Flynn and I rooted him out, but it didn't go as planned. Let me guess, he was already dead. Yeah. And then it's like, oh no, who killed him too? And then I was like, oh my god. And then we met a guy on the dock, and he's like, I work for Rev, and I'm waiting for this goddamn thing to go away. You hang up from your call with Flynn. You plan to meet him at the docks to follow him up on the new lead. As you pass through the lobby, Miss Harlena leans across the counter and probably offers you an outfit like always. Off to the Emerson's house again, or perhaps meeting with a gorgeous police officer. No, actually, I'm meeting Flynn down at the docks. We have a new lead. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Oh, you're going to the docks wearing that? Jesus Christ, Pixelberry. Yeah? I'm not one to judge, dearie. You'll stand out like a sore thumb. Trust me, if you want to get a bunch of dock workers talking, you're going to want to fit in. Because I want a bunch of dock workers talking. Let me guess. Your ex-husband was a dock worker. Goodness, no. My ex-girlfriend was a private investigator. Did you know they sometimes carry cuffs, too? God, the things we would do with those. Things I'd rather not hear about, but thank you. No need to go into more detail. Silly me, going on like that. You said you were in a hurry. Wait, here, just a tick. I have a perfect outfit for you. Ticks don't wait. Literally, ticks don't wait. They hop on something and then they wait while they drink you dry. Of course you do. Miss Harlena ducks behind the counter, reappearing moments later with a change of clothes. Oh, these look perfect on you on the dogs. You'll blend right in, looking stunning at the same time. Okay, that's not a bad outfit, but no. I'll stick with what I've got on. It's a fucking leather jacket, that's the only difference. I suppose that's your prerogative, but don't say I didn't warn you. Don't worry, I think Flynn might fit in for both of us. As you near the docks, stately manors and high-end restaurants that cluster around the marina give way to rickety bungalows and run-down bars. Just a few blocks and it's just an entirely different world. I should probably call Naomi and keep her in the loop. That's literally where I live. That's literally just a couple blocks, not even a couple blocks. It's like completely shit on the other side. You pull out your phone and dial Naomi's number. Deputy Silverhawk, Birchport PD. Hey Naomi, it's John. I thought you might want a quick update. John, how'd your meeting with Scarlett go? Did you learn anything new? Let's just say it was informative. She admitted to the affair with Tanner. How did she seem? Do you think she could have had something to do with the murder? I think... No, she loved Tanner. Even though I have to say that. She's innocent. I don't think she's going to win any Friend of the Year awards, obviously, but I think she's genuinely loved Tanner. Trust me, if you'd seen her, well, I don't think you can fake that level of devastated. I never thought much of Scarlett, but I think you're right. My gut says she's just not capable of something like this. She did put me onto a new lead, though. Scarlett said Tanner had gotten into it with this guy, Tony Raz. I guess he's a dock worker? Trust me, I know Tony. We might as well put a reserve sign on one of the cells for him. I pulled him in on a DUI, at least 3 drunken disorderlies, vandalism charges. Oh, and I can't forget public nudity. It's like the guy is working on a misdemeanors bingo card. Wow, he sounds charming. Oh, sure, the kind of guy you can't wait to bring home to Mom. Listen, I get why you want to follow up on this, but just be careful, okay? Riz is mostly bark, but with enough drinks in him, he can get out of hand. I'll have Flynn with me. I'm sure we'll be okay. Though I'd love for you to join us. Never hurts to have a professional on your team. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Walsh has made it very clear I'm off the case. He's chained me to a desk, filing old traffic violations, and promised me archive room cleanup duty if I so much think about this case. Well, you should... You know what? Come with me anyway. I would, really, but Walsh kinda hinted my job was on the line. Then get a new one, girl! If your job sucks, get a new one. I think he's just dying for the excuse. Honestly, I can't risk giving it to him. You could be checking up on a traffic vandalization, or maybe some tickets have gone undone, or you never know. Really? I'm a native woman on a force with historically been white men, and Walsh isn't exactly Captain Progressive. Ryan. I told you guys she was Native American. I've fucking told you! People were like, no, she's just tanned or other shit. Eat crow and die! I have to get back to it. Promise me you'll be careful down there? I will. And anything I find, you'll be the first to know about it. Unofficially, at least. I make that assumption, or that astute observation, and people called me racist. You can kiss my ass! You hang up and continue down the dogs. I think that's why Pixelberry just up and decided to say it. Just, boom. Get wrecked. Oh, get wrecked. Okay, moving on. Step out onto the creaky piers of the dock. The only thing inside are a couple rusted old ships and a few dimly lit buildings. You're about to text Flynn to ask where you can find him when he emerges from behind one of the buildings. Welcome to We Peasants Prefer the term the other side of town. What do you think? Love the, authenticity? It's authentic for something, that's for sure. Took you a while. I was starting to worry you wouldn't show. I'm sorry. You should have gone on without me. Thanks for waiting. Wait a second, hold on. This song is... We've heard it before, they've changed it though. It's more low decibel. Of course, we're a team, aren't we? Damn straight. Someone said I was getting really friendly with Flynn the other day. I'm damn straight! The two of you head down to the docks together, salty ocean breeze sweeping over you. So is this Tony Rez guy, anyway. He's local. Grew up down here by the docks, actually. I never knew him too well. He mostly ran in different crowds. Occasionally we'd wind up in the same party. From what I've seen, the kid's got a mean temper, especially when he's on the outs, or sauce, which is often. Do you know where to find him? Not really. I asked around. No one's really seen him all day. I figured our best bet was to just wander around and hope we get lucky. On the plus side, you can give me a tour of the other side of town while we look for him. Sure, why not? Such an exotic locale, after all. Flynn steers you in the direction of a long row of fishing boats. He nods towards the nearest one. These puppies are responsible for the majority of Birchport's fresh seafood, and a good amount of Boston's, too. Seriously? They're so much smaller than I would have expected. Yep, just got a few guys to a boat. Flynn runs his hand along the curve of the woods wooden hull, and they sure don't make them like this anymore. They can't, really. The wood is from old-growth trees. Boats like this will get handed down through family for 4 to 5 generations at least. Yeah, back when quality counted. But it sounds like some of these families have been here as long as the Sterlings. Longer, sometimes. I know guys who have worked at the water every day, risked their lives to provide for their families, but they're never going to get rich off of it. It sounds like this town owes as much to them as to the Sterlings. More, if you ask me. You walk past the boats in silence, their hulls rocking gently against the edge of the wooden dock. You know who loves to come in down here? Kate. Or, well, she used to. Anyway, before Tanner pulled her up to and got out all this. It does seem like he lived in a totally different world. Yeah, one with a view that looks straight down on everything Kate came from. I never could understand what she saw in that guy. Really? It's simple, isn't it? No, that makes two of us, actually. She never bothered to explain it to you, either. Nope. And he's just so different from everyone else she's ever dated. When I knew her, she always went for the underdogs. I guess I always figured she'd end up with someone sweet, hardworking, someone normal who treated her like a princess. Yeah, well, she's got a Tanner instead. He must have swept her off her feet, though, right? I mean, it must be flattering to have your hometown's most eligible bachelor fall head over heels for you, especially when you didn't come from that world. Your classic Cinderella story, except without the happy ending. Flynn stopped short, eyes going wide. Everything okay? I just realized where Rez might be. Really? Where? The crappy little dive of Kate. It's right around the corner. The two of you practically jog back to the end of the docks. Just across the street is a tiny bar, its sign half obscured by the grime. Shipwreck Sally's. That seems a bit ominous. Fishermen have a bit pretty grim sense of humor. You walk through the weather-beaten doors. It takes your eyes a second to adjust to the dim interior. How did Kate even know about this place? She used to work here during the summer. Surprise, surprise, she had all the guys from the docks eating out of her hands. I'm trying to multitask uploading Bloodbound because I know you guys want to... That, and I can definitely believe. Flynn finds 2 seats at the end of the bar and motions for the bartender to bring a couple beers. The 2 men next to you stare at you openly, their faces a mixture of curiosity and contempt. Above the rows of liquor and glasses waiting to be filled, you see a photo of Kate. I guess you were right about this being Kate's bar. Check it out. Flynn's gaze shifts to where you're pointing. In the photo, Kate is smiling from ear to ear. She's wearing more makeup than you'd ever seen in her wear, and a shamrock is painted on her cheek. Must have been St. Patrick's. People in this part of town get pretty into it. I wonder why she's never told me that she was a bartender. There must have been at least one summer during college that she worked here. Not that she was 21 yet. You really think anyone around here cares about that? He smirks, gesturing around the dim and windowless box of a room. I just don't get why she never told me. If she did it every summer, it must have been a pretty big part of her life. Honestly, I don't think she wanted any of her college friends learning how blue her collar really was. Probably thought you'd judge her for it. Heartfelt wasn't like that. Maybe not for you, it wasn't. No, literally, we have... Okay, let's be honest. We've all played Freshman. Where the hell was Heartfelt ever like that? Woman at your elbow leans over to butt into your conversation. You're friends with Her Highness? Tell her happy wedding day for me, will ya? Yeah, sounds like it was everything she deserved. The 2 women crack up at the dig. You can sense Flynn tensing up. Okay. Well, I don't know how to answer those. I don't know. Way to keep it classy? Well, they haven't seen her, I don't think, so... Way to keep it classy? Who the hell do you think you are? You want someone to judge you? You should pick Kate. She's just a little gold digger anyway. who couldn't drop her real friends fast enough. Are you serious right now? Her fiance's dead. She's been missing since before the wedding. Maybe she dropped you because you're hateful and bitter. Oh, God, I want to say it. Deep breaths. It's okay. There are pieces of human waste walking this earth. Unfortunately, they're out of 8 billion people. It seems like there's a large chunk, but I try and have optimism daily. The bar goes silent. The two women stare down at their drinks awkwardly. Yeah, well, she shouldn't have ditched us. Oh, that's a good excuse for being a piece of human waste. You roll your eyes and turn back to the pair of them. Flynn nudges you in the side with his elbow. You turn to ask what he wants, but he puts a finger to his lips. Flynn nods across the bar at a small man, his whole body hunched over around a beer. From the way he's swaying slightly on the stool, you guess he's been drinking for a while. That's him, Tony Raz. Well, what are we waiting for? Flynn takes a deep breath and pushes off a stool. You follow him around the bar. Hey, Tony. The hell do you want? A word, now. The two of you pull up chairs opposite him and take a huge pull from his beer. A bit dribbling on down his chin. Well, what is it? John, you want to kick this party off? Do I really have to? I mean, you seem more advantageous with this crap. Sure thing, Tony. Do you know what happened to Tanner? You mean the new smile? Someone carved him? Well, that's a big fucking yes. He slices a finger across his throat, giggling. Wow. Don't get too broken up over it. Tony slams a beer on the table, staring at you blearily. Yeah, well, you asked me. The Sterlings ought to feel what it's like to suffer. Sounds like you're not a big fan of Tanner's. He fired me over nothing. Made up this BS story about me stealing some equipment or something. Screw that guy. You asking me? He got what he deserved. No one deserved to have their throat slit, dude. Come on now. Sounds like you had a pretty serious grudge against Tanner. If you knew that mother... Wait. You don't think I had something to do with that? I know you smashed up his car. Yeah. Well, but I mean, that's a pretty big difference between breaking a couple headlights and killing a guy. I wouldn't do that, man. You know me better than that. Honestly, Tony, I don't know you at all. He frowns and then takes a big swig of his beer. Looking defeated, you lean in close. What kind of car do you drive, Tony? Isn't it a Dusk of Avalon? Nah, I don't have that license anymore. There was a incident with me and the street lamp. Cops gave me a DUI just because I had a few beers before. You know that's a literal definition of DUI, right? Nuh-uh, no. What they did is double entrapment? Flynn sniffs, rolling his eyes, and turns to you. Being a complete moron aside, I believe him, John. I don't think he did it. You sigh, disappointed not to have made any progress. Me too. Damn straight I didn't do it. Anyway, the last person I killed is a Sterling. Whoever did it, let's just say, I don't think he's gonna be around much longer. What do you mean? Bad things happen to people who piss off the Sterlings. Come on, man. You know that's a bunch of crap. No, that's a fact. What's he talking about, Flynn? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. He holds up his hand, taking off his arguments on his fingers. Mark Gravy tried to open his own imports business. All the ships get wrecked in a storm. Andy Perello beats Bruce up in a high school, dies in a car accident a couple months later. And then there was that one secretary of Pierce's, what was his name, Alanis? The house fire that killed her was wicked suspicious. And I'm telling you, man, the Sterlings make sure that anyone who crosses them pays. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I could see it. I really could. I could really see them, you know, going around and killing people. I buy it. Really? I mean, okay, maybe not that they could make ships get lost at sea. Technically, they could. I mean, shit, rich people have done far worse, let's be honest. But you don't get as rich as powerful as Sterling's without getting your hands dirty. Hell, we've both met Bryce. You really think he hasn't done some serious shady stuff in his day? Good point. Exactly, I'm telling you, man. The Sterlings are And did anyone ask you about this, Rez? Massive man, his Russian accent. No, see, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. It would have been... This is... Okay, Pixelberry, pro writer tip. A massive man with a Russian accent, thick enough to slice, lumbers across the room to your table. And then he says what he says. Come on, man! How many books have you read? I'm assuming that in your whole and creative team you've done enough. You did perfect on Bloodbound today. Don't fuck it up! And you did. No. Well, don't you shut your mouth before I shut it for you. Sorry, Nickel. I didn't mean... I know what you meant. Now go mean it somewhere else. And he grabs his beer and sulks away like the dog with his tail between his legs. Whoa. Nicola turns to you. Now then, may I sit? Looks to me like you can do whatever you like, big guy. I had to include that. Please, sit. I couldn't help but overhear that your friend is missing. For a few days now. We think she's been kidnapped. I'm very sorry to hear about this. Did you know her? Da. Katrina was always my favorite waitress. A rare sunshine. Now your name is... John. John, please, allow for me to tell you as someone who knows. You need to stay away from the Sterlings. He looks at Flynn. You're too tough, guy. You will keep him away from them and stay away from yourself. It's very goddamn hard doing a Russian accent. Trying to recall one I heard in a goddamn movie while trying to emulate it on the fly and never doing it before. Why? This is what voice acting is, except technically you get a little bit of warm-up. Think about this every day. I do this live. A man who digs in the swamp will drown in the mud. You must trust me on this. Wait, are you... What do you know about Kate? He's not threatening, he's warning you. Only that she is a good person, and in this world, this is very rare. Slava Bugia. She is okay if someone hurt her. A dark look rolls across his face like a sudden thunderstorm. It's genuinely frightening. I would not wish to be this person. Now, if you'll excuse me. With that, Nicola pushes away from the table and saunters off the bar. Please tell me you know who that was. His name was Nicola, and we're never going near him again. I feel like the man could pick us up and throw us through the wall. That's our friendly local lighthouse keeper, Nicola. No way. That's so Scooby-Doo. That's one take on it, yeah. Any idea why the lighthouse keeper would warn us to stay away from the Sterlings? Nope. Honestly, I don't really know the guy. And he's just here about 20 years now. But he mostly keeps to himself. Everyone's got a pet theory. He's a KGB spy on the run, or used to work for the mob, or... Oh, one guy claims he's an Olympic bodybuilder. I mean, he looked like he could be all three. Or maybe all three for maximum. Wouldn't want to piss that guy off, Impact. Hat trick for intimidating. You finish your drinks. Looks like the trail's gone cold for the moment. I suppose you're right. It doesn't seem like Tony did it, which puts us back at square one. Should we head home? We could, or... Diamond option! Flynn's cheeks redden slightly, and he drops his eyes to the table, spitting out the next words in a rush. Or we could go for a walk. I could show you the rest of the docks. You know, since we're already all the way out of her. He glances up at you, hopefully, eyes sparkling in the dim line. This is your chance to get a better known of Flynn and take things to the next level. So, I think that's one of the reasons why my Veil of Secrets are not that popular, because I chose a male instead of a female. Which, no offense, guys, I kind of get tired of playing females all the fucking time. 90% of the choices and 98% of the chapters books are all female. Because this is what these books are geared towards, is females. You get to play a female and go bang this guy. It's the truth, let's be honest. Let's not sugarcoat it. So, yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why everyone's like, no, I don't want to play as a male and do locum slaythrough. So that kind of sucks, because it's always nice to have a different perspective, but, oh well. Hey, girls get the best of both worlds if they're into it. I mean, I guess that's a thing. Want to stay with Flynn? I should head back. Right, yeah, makes sense. After another round of drinks. Now you're talking. You head to the bar for a couple beers. When you return, Flynn's staring at Kate's photo. You set the drinks down and lean over to take a better look at the shot. Do you know where that's from? A couple years ago, probably. Kate grins ear to ear in the photo, radiant and wonderful. I wish we'd kept in better touch. People drift apart, that happens, but she's always bragged about you, her big city bestie. She'd even post your articles on her fridge. Really? I had no idea. You two must have been quite the dynamic duo in Hartfeld. That's a mild way of putting it. Tell me a story from back then. I missed so much during those years. One time we dyed the fountain pink. We got drunk with the dean. As I post to our choices groups on Facebook. We dyed the fountain pink? Seriously? How'd you manage that? Let's just say the hair dye section of the CVS was cleared out. That sounds like Kate, alright. That's not even the best part. Right at the end, she scrambled to the top of to mount a unicorn horn on the statue's head. Someday I'm gonna make you show me the picture of this. The two of you share more Kate stories until the crowd of preppy bro dudes barrel in, voices loud, attitude pouring off of them. Great. Tourists. I'm guessing that's last call for us. Finn nods, drains his beer, and the two of you head outside. You're walking back to the main marina when a man's voice rings out behind you. Yo, wait up! Oh, Christ, leave me alone. I don't like frat people. Go away, please. He runs up after you, flip-flops slapping loudly against the boards of the pier. Man, I almost missed you. I have got some juice goose. What? Am I having a derp moment for me? I mean, I know it happens, you know, but it just, yeah, okay. Juice goose, you are who wanna hear. What the hell are you talking about? Juicy gossip, duh. Is that so? Totes, man. I was pre-gaming at the bar, waiting for my boys. I heard you talking to that shady dude. There was two shady dudes. You're gonna have to be more specific. You mentioned a Dusk Avalon, right? Some girls missing? Yeah, that's right. Get to the point. Totally. I saw a Dusk Avalon. There was this dude inside and the chicken, like a wedding dress or something. Where was this? Well, here's the thing. You sounded pretty invested in finding her, like maybe monetarily invested, if you know what I'm saying. Do you value your teeth? Do you value your pretty little face when you go back to whatever sorority bullshit frat you're in? You want us to pay for the information? I know you'd feel me, bro. What do you say? Maybe a G? Oh, Lord. Do you value your fucking teeth? $1,000. Flynn pulls you aside. Listen, we don't need to pay him, but we do need to handle this guy carefully. Guys like this are all talk. The second I lean on him a little, he'll cave. Or I could flirt with him. Honey, instead of Ginger. Ah, god damn it. Your call. You want to take him on, or should I? You should intimidate him. I'm not flirting with him! Why is that an option? Flynn cracks his knuckles loudly. The guy swallows hard as Flynn takes a step forward. So, here's the deal, bro. Flynn grabs the guy by the collar. You're gonna tell us where you saw the girl in the car. You can't! Oh, you're gonna do it out of the kindness of your heart. My bros will destroy you! Uh-huh. Yeah, no they won't. I mean, if you want to die, sure. Flynn picks up the on the ground, his flip-flops falling off his feet. Oh yeah? I don't see anyone. And that bar is a solid block of brick. They can't hear you. No one can. Flynn kicks the guy's flip-flops down the dock. Oh man, that's just mean. You think that's mean? Wait until I get started. Fine, just don't hurt me, okay? Flynn lets him down, but leans over him menacingly. The guy flinches away. I won't have to if you just tell me what you know. I didn't get a good look at her, okay? I mean, a wedding gown is kind of hard to miss. Uh-huh. Was she alone? No, man. This dude was, like, holding her up, and she was so wasted. Must have been one hell of a reception, am I right? It has to be Kate. She must have been drugged. Sorry, cough. Where exactly did you see her? Somewhere out in the woods. I took a photo nearby of this rock that looked like a butt. 1 sec, it should have been Genos code. He pulls up the information on his phone, showing it to the two of you. Flynn, she could still be out there. We've got to go. Now. One of clues, no clues. Oh my god, we're doomed. We're gonna fail. You've collected 4 clues total. Man, throat's killing me. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head no description below. Links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. So, I did Diamonds and Bloodbound, did Diamonds and Royal Romance. There really was no worthy options for Diamonds in this besides, you know, hanging with Flint or an outfit, which was all stupid as all hell. Again, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not until we do a Diamond Edition. If we want to do a Diamond Edition, I'm assuming the Diamond Edition will have to be females, and then I look at it and I'm going, this book interests me 45% to 50. It's kind of like one of those books that's midway to, you know, that's going to be under all the other books that I want to do Diamond Editions of, like Bloodbound, The Royal Romance, Rules of Engagement, you know, all those good books, versus this one, like I said, middle of the road. Viewer response for it is super low. You know, it's a book that, you know, like I said, people are like, well, it's a female MC, or a male MC, I want a female MC, so they get more immersed, and it just kind of sucks for me. But again, at least I'm doing something completely utterly different. Again, well, that's pretty much me. I do voices and in and of itself and do unique shit in and of itself anyway. So with that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below. Links to social media or Discord and a few links to support me and my content. It's greatly appreciated if you do so. Otherwise, without further ado, thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.